If you've been following our social media, you might be surprised to learn that I'm no longer just a Pokemon trainer main in Smash. Or maybe if you follow my social media specifically, you might have realized this for a while. In any case, let there be no confusion, I am no longer just a competitive Smash player, but a competitive Pokemon player as well. A lot of you may have played the Pokemon games growing up, but have never known about a competitive scene, and a lot of you may have heard of the competitive scene, but have never been formally introduced, so allow me to break it down for you. The Pokemon Video Game Championships, or VGC for short, is the official competitive format for the main series games of Pokemon. It is a double battle format where both trainers use teams of 6 different Pokemon with 6 different items held and are allowed to select 4 out of those 6 Pokemon to bring to the battle. Players compete in officially sanctioned events by the Play Pokemon Company that allows them to win prizes as well as championship points, which help them qualify for an invite to the Pokemon World Championships, the most prestigious event where the winners and their teams become forever immortalized in the game's history. How do you build a team to compete in a tournament? You catch up on what the full list of legal Pokemon is for the format of the tournament you're going to be playing in, and you start with a concept or a Pokemon you like or think is particularly powerful. Every Pokemon has a unique set of stats, type combinations, abilities, and moves it can learn. To add further customization, you are allowed a limited amount of bonus stats called EVs that you can apply to all of your Pokemon, allowing them to be different amounts of faster, stronger, or tankier than other Pokemon of the same species. Scarlet and Violet adds even a further layer of customization with its unique mechanic called, bear with me, terastallization. Yes, that's a mouthful. Terastallizing your Pokemon to select one of the 18 possible types and transforming into that type from whatever type it was originally, and gaining the offensive and defensive properties of that new type it currently is once per battle. All of these options make it nearly impossible for any 2 players out of thousands to come up with the exact same team without them coordinating or getting a team from the same source. It also makes the process of optimizing insanely difficult and work intensive. You don't get to change your team in the middle of a tournament, not even slight details. It isn't like Smash where you can lose a game and counterpick to a better matchup. Your team needs to be able to have a strong, or at the very least playable matchup into hundreds of realistic possible opposing team combinations. Once you're sitting down to play your opponents, you are given the opponent's team sheet, revealing crucial information such as the opponent's Pokemon, movesets, and Terra types. However, these sheets do not reveal everything, such as the opponent's stat distributions. With the knowledge from your practice and the information in front of you, you select the 4 best Pokemon you think you have for the matchup and play a best of 3 where you attempt to find the best moves to knock out the opponent's 4 selected Pokemon before they get yours. Games often come down to very thin margins on like who makes the most high quality plays across the set. Sometimes it's who made the most risky but high reward play, and sometimes it's just complete RNG side effects that can determine who wins. Every year, the allowed Pokemon, rules, and formats are slightly adjusted, but the core idea remains the same. Build a team, go to tournaments, outplace your opponents, and qualify for the World Championships. It is a never-ending journey to perfection, with constant optimizations in the builder and in the battles, and is heavily collaborative. I've never known a 1v1 game where working with friends isn't just encouraged, but extremely impactful on the success of every player involved. The winner of tournament is rarely just one player, but everyone he worked with to practice and develop his winning team and strategy along the way. If you guys want to hear more about VGC and want me to further break down the deep complexity of this, stay tuned and subscribe. There'll be more videos along the way.